poppin'? It's your boy Sticker. We are back with another reaction video. If you are not part of the Slick Gang, you need to do me a favor, real quick favor. Just scroll down, hit that subscribe button, because we are the latest gang on the tube. This is absolutely no cap whatsoever. Make sure you come back here for your daily dose of bangers, because you will be taken care of all quarantine long, all 2020 long. Make sure you do that, because it is no cap, no cap. Now today we're checking out another released clip of the interview that Nasty C did with Vlad. The topic of this one is Nasty C past beef with A-Reece, current beef with DJ Speedsta. I didn't know any of this stuff. You ain't tell me nothing, but of course the A-Reece one I knew about. I guess I'll definitely find out much more about the A-Reece beef. I really wish they didn't have beef, because I feel like there's two very super talented artists that can make some real heat together. They could really make some real heat. So that's gonna be interesting to hear some insight about that. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Now, I was going through your history, and hip hop is always going to have beef associated with it.
Right.
There was a situation, I guess, with A-Reece about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was that about?
It was never really a situation. It was just, as the new wave that was coming up, people like to make the comparisons and shit like that, and likes to put people against each other and that type of shit. And I guess after that, it just became like little petty shit, like disrespect, this and that, mentioning the other person's name when you really shouldn't. It just became some shit like that. And it's like, it's tension and friction there, but it's not really based on anything real. It's like, if you were to try and trace it back to what really happened, there's nothing there. It's some dumb shit.
Now that sucks. And at least he's mature enough to notice that, because a lot of people be having that happen in their life, where some people might not like each other for some stupid reason or no real reason at all, that just got cooped up because of other people and stuff like that. So just to know that simple fact right there coming out of Nasty C's mouth is really different. That really sucks, man. There's really no real reason for them to be beefing, and they got a beef. And they don't know how much... I don't know if it's going to help Nasty C more. I know Nasty C is probably going to be successful regardless. But as opposed to the culture for South Africa as a whole, it's like, man, that would be special to see them two making music together.
But ultimately, you guys worked it out.
Tried, didn't happen, and now we're stuck where we are. There's no turning back from where we are right now.
Okay, because I thought I read something that you guys were supposed to go on tour together or something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to put him on my tour as a part of just like putting this shit behind us and really making some moves,
Like on some Drake and Meek Mill shit. They kind of just scooted it back, realized it really was about nothing, found out that Meek Mill was actually fucked up on some drugs and shit, and so he just made a bad decision during that point in time. And of course, Drake did what he was supposed to do and capitalized on it, but they squashed that shit and gave us a banger. They squashed that shit and brought us a banger. Going Bad on his album, and that now they're still going to each other's concerts and shit like that. Amazing shit like that could happen right there.
And really set an example for the next, whoever's coming up, and be like, yo, you guys can work together and make some money.
Right.
Like I have something really good going. I have the A-Reece on tour. I don't remember any time an artist in SA toured like how I'm touring. Like, I'm not just doing clubs, I'm doing actual shows, like festival shows. It's like I'm packing them out. Like it's really a fucking show, So I was just trying to get everyone that's in the young generation as a part of it. I got MT's a part of it. My brother Shane Eagle's a part of it. I'm getting all the younger artists also just to jump on and fucking have fun, So That's what I was trying to do. And again, it was a little sign of fucking disrespect. So I was like, that's it. That was like the last straw. And I was like, nah.
That sucks when you try to put your own people on and you get disrespected, man. Knowing that I'm doing something that's never been done before, and I wanted to be... I mean, I'm only going from his side. I don't know A-Reece's side. I'm pretty sure A-Reece got an interview somewhere talking about it. If they do, please let me know in the comment section below. But to just to know that he was mature enough to say, hey, we're going to put this to the side, and I'm going to put you onto this. Not saying like you needed it or anything, but this is something special that you could be a part of, and you still disrespect the guy. Like, that sucks. That fucking sucks.
It's a wrap after that.
Okay. Well, then most recently there was a thing with DJ Speedsta.
Yeah. That's also
you
awesome
laugh.
shit.
All right. So I guess it was over a song called Bam Bam or Bam Bam. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, so Bam Bam. Yeah, Bam Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm
that
thinking
song.
about the reggae version, Bam Bam.
Nah.
All right. So I guess there's a song called Bam Bam, and I don't know, both people were claiming credit for it or something like that?
No, what he did was, I don't even know how that conversation started, but he was doing a little podcast or whatever, and he said that Bam Bam was his song, and he gave it to me, and sometimes you just have to do that for artists, you know, because they need it and whatever. And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I made that beat, I recorded the hook, and I sent it to you.
What the fuck is you talking about? Yo, Nessie C is mad funny. What the fuck are you talking about? That's crazy. I know that has happened a lot in music. People giving false favors or, you know, giving out false information about somebody. I know that happens very often in the music industry. I want to see how he handled it.
Because we had another song that we were supposed to drop, and I didn't like it. So I was like, yo, let's do something a little more trappy, something that people can play in the club, and let's drop this. And he slept on it, so I took it back, and I finished it, and I dropped it. He's acting like it was like out of mercy, and he was just like, oh, you need this as an upcoming artist, you know? So I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's my song. It's not yours. And yeah, I don't know. You know how niggas are. He was just like a little stubborn in the beginning or whatever and tried to stand his ground, but there was no ground to stand on ultimately because he ended up saying, okay, cool, I admit my wording was wrong and da-da-da-da-da. And that should have been the first thing he said and the only thing he said. And that wouldn't have been a situation, you know?
Right.
But,
hey, hold on. That's a real nigga, dog. That is a real nigga. He sounded like he on his shit. Like I know he was. This is why he's where he's at. How I feel. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. I know everybody have their own opinion about how he got to where he got to. But just knowing his mentality about how he's handling certain these situations and how he's explaining himself, he sounds like he's not to be really playing around with. Like he's not really trying to joke around or he just being a real nigga. Real nigga. I fuck with that. That's tough.
yeah, he just started going on about a bunch of other shit. But you could tell this came from a personal place, you know? I got nothing to do with that. If you're mad about my success, be mad. I don't give a fuck.
Right. This nigga real.
I mean, have you ever gotten to the point of actually doing diss records yourself?
It hasn't gone to that point. Like when I do that, like you have to know something's wrong. Like either the money's not coming in fast enough, or I'm not getting enough attention on a single or album. Only then maybe I might reach to some shit like that. But until then,
Nah. It wouldn't even have to be those situations. Sometimes you might not even need the money, or you might even need the clout or whatever. But if someone steps out of line in a position that could either threaten your career, or not even threaten your career, but they just pose as like trying to downplay your career, that's when you could use music to your advantage. The same way Drake did. You know damn well Drake writes his music. He might have had help here and there, but this is what all large artists do to create things that we really, really fucking love. So besides that, to give out a diss track, unless it's become like a game between the two, it don't got to get to a point of like what he just said. He probably will have to once or twice in his career. I believe that. These words don't matter right there. I for sure feel like someone might push him to that point where he might have to, you know, use his use his talent to his advantage and make a diss track for other reasons than clout or money. For sure.
have a bunch of other shit to tend to and focus on rather than do that, you know? Even when I tweet, like, my people call me and be like, yo, don't do that, bro. Like, you're giving this guy attention. He doesn't deserve it. Like, you know?
I mean, is there a serious battle scene over there? I mean, do you ever see rappers that actually beef with each other online and actually turns into, like, an actual battle?
Like a rap battle?
Like a rap battle?
Nah, it hasn't gone to that yet. It should. I would love it if it got to that. Oh, it would be so interesting. But it hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that used to happen.
Are you a battle rapper? Are you a battle rapper yourself?
No, I'm not a battle rapper, but I used to do a lot of ciphers coming up in Durban at the Bet Center. It's always like an open mic, maybe on a Friday or on a Saturday or whatever. And whoever could just come on there and get on stage and just challenge anybody, you know? So I used to go up there. I used to perform. Sometimes I get outperformed. Sometimes I do the best that night. And when you come outside, there's like a bench, and it'll just be rappers in a circle just
That's
playing
dope.
like a beat on the phone and shit. And you'll go toe to toe with somebody, like verse for verse though. Like I've never been like a good freestyler off the top type shit. Like I'm not a battle rapper.
Okay. Would you battle anybody these days?
If we could change the rules a little bit, like if I could like, okay, wait, no, actually, how long do they get to work on the verses and shit? Like when they do King of the Dot and shit like that, how long do they get?
I mean,
That's a
sometimes
good
it's months.
question.
Oh, then yeah, I guess I would. I mean, if there was some money in it, I would definitely do it. It's fun, bro.
Yeah, battle rapping is cool. I would love to do some reactions to battle rap. I used to watch battle rap all day. No cap. My favorite battle rapper is Charlie Clips because he's a legend. He freestyles off the top, but he could go real deep with the punchlines and the storytelling and the if y'all never ever watched like anything that has to do with battle rap, go watch Charlie Clip battles. He's something crazy, especially if you're a lyrics type person, or you just like to have fun. Go listen to that because battle rap is so fucking fun. If y'all want to see me react to some battle rap, bring some legendary battle rap to this channel, I will be glad to. Absolutely glad to.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, like, for example, Cassidy, he's got a whole new career as a battle rapper now. I mean,
Yeah.
he kind of started off like that in the very, very beginning. I don't know if you remember the Freeway battle, in the studio way back in the day, but after, his mainstream rap career started to fade out, he kind of reinvented himself as a battle rapper, and he's now doing big battles with people, and it's dope.
I wouldn't do it as a career though. It wouldn't be a thing. I'd do it once. It wouldn't be a thing though. I wouldn't not. No.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I interviewed Oxymoron, the Russian rapper, and we were talking about the hip hop, the battle rap scene in Russia, and he goes, the big difference is like, for example, like when you look at all the big rappers in the U.S., like Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, in Russia, all the big rappers, they all battle each other.
I'm an industry artist who is battling. So imagine, I mean, you have examples in the West. Cassidy battled, Cannabis battled, a few small artists like Mad Child from Canada, and, a few artists did, Joe Budden, right? A few people did. But no one that's really sort of first, second echelon, right? So imagine you would have a battle where Drake would be battling Kendrick. How many views would that get? That would definitely get more views than, I mean, not definitely, but probably more views than their most recent videos, because you already have all the people following them and everyone on the outside. Plus you have the element of, conflict and competition, which just adds further interest on top. I'm by no means comparing myself to any of these, great artists. All I'm saying is that within the context of Russian rap, I am probably by now, I don't know, one of the top 3 artists in terms of, concert crowds and views, etc., etc. So that's why when I go into a battle, we get those crazy views. And I mean, the biggest one I have, I think, is 40 million views. And that's actually more views than my...
What y'all think about battle rap? Let me know in the comment section below. What y'all think about battle rap? Like I said, I love battle rap. I used to sit and watch it all day. And some of the biggest artists there were like Murder Mook, Charlie Clips, Hitman Holla. There's a lot of other ones. There's one, Disaster. Disaster was another one I used to watch heavy because he was so crazy. He used to come up with some crazy, gruesome bars and super visual where he can make things very clear in your mind and really destroy his opponent. But he just really loved the competition. He had some grit about him. But like, battle rap is such a beautiful sport. I'm glad it's getting the recognition that it has in the past couple of years because it was small money before. It was such a very underground thing before. But now it's like, it's some real shit. But we're going to split this interview into 2 parts, this clip into 2 parts into 16 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all too long. So make sure you come back for the second part and finish it up. I fuck with Nasty C. Nasty C is a real nigga. We just gonna put it like that. He's a real nigga, and he's about the work. He's not about playing games. He's not about getting played. That's what I love about learning about certain artists, is that knowing their character, knowing their mindset, and how they go about things. I could learn a couple things from Nasty C for sure. For sure. But look, I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. I hope you come back to see the second part and all the rest of my videos. If you're new to this channel, I really appreciate you for clicking on my video and then spending this time with me. But what I need you to do before you leave is like this video, comment down below, and let me know. And more importantly, please subscribe. Peace. Josh on a fucking beat.